Paul Graham from optimalbody.ca. Today I'm going to talk about using foods to increase your metabolism, or looking at which foods can boost your metabolism. When I'm looking at different things online, I'm constantly seeing things about how to increase your metabolism. I constantly hear from different clients about how they're struggling with a slow metabolism. So you can see the appeal of trying to figure out how to speed up your metabolism. Today I'm going to give you a lot of clarity on how you would go about increasing your metabolism, as well as getting an idea of how much you can realistically expect to boost up your metabolism with foods. So really important in this video, make sure you get all the way to the end, because at the end I'm going to share a really important secret that the weight loss industry isn't telling you around metabolism. So first, I want to help you get a better understanding of your metabolism. So how much energy or calories does your body use towards different activities? A lot of people are surprised to learn that 60 to 75% of all the energy you use throughout a day goes towards just your resting metabolism. So 60 to 75% of your total calories in a day are going towards just keeping you alive. Next, we have physical activity. This represents 15 to 30% of the calories you'll burn throughout a day. This varies quite a bit because obviously some people are a lot more active than others. Finally, you have something called thermic effect of food. So when you eat food, it actually takes energy to digest, metabolize, and store that food into your body. This is called thermic effect of food, or TEF. This represents about 10% of your daily calories. If you're looking to figure out how to use food to boost your metabolism, it's going to be done through increasing the thermic effect of food. Different types of food require different amounts of energy to digest and store them. So you want the ones that are going to require the largest amount of energy. First, whole foods versus processed foods. Studies indicate that eating whole foods requires more energy to digest and store that food than processed foods. So first thing you want to do is try to get lots of whole foods into your diet, and this is going to help to increase your TEF, or how much calories you're burning from food. The next thing is to understand the difference between eating protein, fats, or carbs. So generally speaking, they require different amounts of energy to store each of these. So for fats, they're the easiest for your body to digest and store in general. Usually they'll take about 5 to 10% of the calories you consume to digest and store them. Carbohydrates are next. They usually take between 5 and 15% of the calories you consume to digest and store them. Then you have protein, which is the least efficient to store. It requires between 20 and 35% of the calories to digest and store that food. So obviously, different foods are going to require different amounts of calories. So let's pretend for a second if you consumed 2,000 calories just from fats. Obviously you would never do this, but let's just pretend so you can understand this concept. Now let's pretend that you consume 2,000 calories of carbohydrates. Finally, let's pretend you consume 2,000 calories of protein. So as you can see, there's a huge difference in the number of calories that will actually get stored from what you're consuming. In terms of practical information, how do you boost up your metabolism with food? So you take what I just shared with you. You want to try to get protein from whole food sources, making sure you're getting enough protein. So what we recommend for females is they get 4 to 6 palm-sized serving of lean protein per day. You can see the different options on the screen. For males, they're going to want to get 2 palm-sized servings 4 to 6 times per day. Ideally, you want to get these protein sources from whole foods. When you're consuming fats and carbohydrates, you want to try to get those from whole food sources as much as possible. This is the way you're going to increase your metabolism using food. Again though, I want to put this into perspective of thermic effect of food only represents about 10% of the amount of calories you'll burn in a day. So you can increase your metabolism using this. However, don't expect it to have a massive impact. So next, I'm going to share the big secret that the weight loss industry doesn't want you to know. Most of the time, you're being sold the idea that you're going to boost up your metabolism and that's going to cause you to lose a whole lot of weight. You can obviously have an impact in increasing your metabolism. In this video, I've talked about how to do that with food. I'm going to do separate videos that are going to explain how to increase your metabolism in terms of your resting metabolism, as well as how to increase your metabolism due to physical activity. However, it's really important to understand if you're looking to lose weight, boosting up your metabolism isn't going to be the key. I have people come into me all the time who are complaining about having a slow metabolism because they're struggling to lose weight. And they want to increase that metabolism, which I think is great. However, the real key, if you want to lose weight, is learning how to control how much food you're consuming. You can only increase your metabolism so much. So the real key is to figure out how do you go about actually regulating how many calories you're consuming, because you have far more control over that. Instead of looking towards a special product or supplement or diet to boost up your metabolism, instead, what you need to do is start putting in the hard work to figure out how to control how much food you're consuming. I know that's not a really sexy, cool, exciting answer, but that's the reality of how you go about losing weight. So definitely use the strategies I've outlined here to help boost up your metabolism, but remember, you're also going to have to figure out a system for how to regulate how many calories you're consuming.